welcome back to Rescue Bots Academy Season 2. Today we're taking a look at Episode 11, The Vault of the Primes. Now, wait a minute, you might say. Didn't you say at the end of the last video review that the next episode is the Great Energon Rush? Yes, I did, but after watching these latest episodes on Netflix, I noticed that the order on Netflix is different than the order that's on TFwiki, which goes by the date that they first aired on TV. But I found that order doesn't actually make sense chronologically. So instead, from now on, I'll be going by the Netflix order. Sorry for any confusion. On the plus side, I'm now recording these episodes off Netflix instead of using the rips that I downloaded off TFW2005. So hopefully some of the footage is a little cleaner, a little better quality, and we don't have to worry about that annoying Discovery Family Channel watermark. So let's get on with this episode review of Rescue Bots Academy Season 2, Episode 11, The Vault of the Primes. In this episode, the recruits must go through an ancient Cybertronian simulation in order to rescue Ratchet and unlock the titular Vault of the Primes.
Whoa! Is that the vault from inside the Cybertronian ship I found with Grimlock?
Nice. I like that this episode picks up the plot point left by Season 2, Episode 2, Mission Dinobot, where Hoist helped Grimlock, Sludge, and Snarl excavate an old Cybertronian spaceship and bring it back to base. This really helps make it feel like this season will have somewhat of an overarching story and continuity to it, unlike the previous season where it was mostly one-off episodes with little to nothing to do with each other.
My servos are swiveling with excitement.
Oh, let's find out! Looks like it isn't going to give up its secrets easily.
Did you righty-tighty instead of lefty-loosey? What? I've done that before.
Huh, so have I. The Cybertronian text on the vault appears to simply say the word Cybertron on it. Kind of disappointing. I was kind of hoping for an Easter egg of who the vault previously belonged to. Perhaps one of the original 13, like Solus, Micronus, or Alchemist Prime. I like how Hotshot just has an old school football helmet and chest pads, in his size, at hand for some reason. When Medic says that there's a spot shaped like a Cybertronian hand, I can't help but feel sorry for Whirl. No, not that Whirl. The other Whirl, with the claw hands. I guess he couldn't access this vault if he wanted to.
Isn't it weird how each of those handprints match our colors?
Alright, so now the recruits are going to become Power Rangers?
No, not that. Maybe the vault is signaling to us. Hey, what if all of us together are the key?
Oh, so it's more like Captain Planet and the Planeteers. By your powers combined, I am Captain Prime. So the recruits place their hands on the vault and are transported to an ancient Cybertronian rescue simulation. Is it just me, or does this place remind anyone else of Tron? All we need now is some Daft Punk music, and this episode would be perfect.
Hey, princess! Do you need to be rescued?
I can't tell you how hard I laughed at this the first time. I mean, it's a little disrespectful to call your teacher princess.
Well, excuse me, princess.
But I hope that Hotshot and Ratchet have a good enough rapport that he knows he's just joking. But either way, the joke is totally worth it. And Ratchet does kind of look like Rapunzel or some other Disney princess up in that tower. I wonder how many clips from Disney movies I can sneak into this episode without Disney coming down on me.
Look up there! It's a big, strong man in need of rescuing.
Again, I'm a little disappointed that the ancient Cybertronian warriors aren't any recognizable Transformers like the original 13 or something. But who knows, maybe these are Rescue Bots Academy versions of them. When the recruits are in the Corridor of Ultimate Fear, in addition to the Autobot symbol itself, we can see what looks like faces on the wall. Specifically, they seem to be based on Strongarm, Bumblebee, Drift, and Optimus Prime from the Robots in Disguise cartoon. I guess this is supposed to be some kind of Easter egg for longtime fans. There's also another face at the end of the hallway, but I'm not sure who it's supposed to be. The recruits must figure out a way to beat a boulder trap.
Great! We could use his help.
Not Boulder, Boulder!
Which felt very reminiscent of Indiana Jones. When they reach the endless pit of endless doom, again, I'm reminded of Indiana Jones. but also this scene in Star Wars.
Good luck.
And when Hoist says,
This wall is sheer, nothing to get a grip on.
I'm also reminded of how in Breath of the Wild, all the trials have walls that you cannot climb. And this rescue sim itself is kind of like the Rescue Bot's version of that. I like how Whirl kind of takes charge of the situation and starts flying people across, and then Hotshot follows suit. But did Hoist riding Hotshot remind anyone else of the Green Goblin riding his glider?
Hello, my dear.
Just before the Windmill of Ultimate Ferocity pops up, we can see another robot face sculpted on the building. I'm not sure who this is supposed to be, if it's supposed to be anybody in particular. Maybe Cliffjumper?
RC, about that backup.
Congratulations, Chip. You saved the day. You're a hero.
By the way, I love that they paid off the joke of Hotshot naming all these hazards.
The windmill of impenetrable ferocity.
Hey, names are my thing.
No, it says right here in ancient text.
So the recruits save Ratchet, open the vault, and discover the artifacts that are contained within. This was such a great episode. Not only does it pick up where a previous episode left off, but we'll be exploring these new artifacts in the next episode and more to come. I love how this whole rescue sim felt like some kind of video game, like Mario or Zelda. If these episodes were longer, I would have kind of expected them to have a reference to the whole "our princess is in another castle" thing. But this only being 11 minutes, I could see why they didn't do that. This episode is already action-packed as it is. No need to pad it out. And again, it does feel a little Zelda-like how, for one thing, they refer to this as a temple.
Is that an ancient Cybertronian temple? Like in the story tablets?
Kind of like how in Zelda, the dungeons are often called temples. And like in Zelda, the recruits had to figure out traps, sort of like puzzles. Again, what a great episode. I cannot wait to see what happens in the next one. Especially now that it looks like all the recruits might become multi-changers, just like Hotshot, which would explain some of the weirder toys in the Rescue Bots Academy line. Well, what did you think of the Vault of the Primes? Let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and do all that other fun stuff. And join me next time where we'll be checking out Season 2, Episode 12, Power Up and Energize!